Well, hello again, everybody. It's Doris at DF Designs. Hello to all my fluid art friends, new subscribers, old subscribers, and just viewers. I want to just say hello to all of you. I'm trying to turn that camera so you can see from both angles. This is a revisit on leafing using a stencil, okay? Here is the stencil I got. And I'm thinking of, I don't know if you can see this or not, it's a feather. It's what I used in the other one. And I'm thinking of doing one feather here, and then that puts it right about there. And then I'm thinking of doing a smaller one down here. Yeah, that'll work, that'll work. Anyway, you can use these stencils with the adhesive, okay? This is a metal leaf adhesive that I use. I don't think, no, I don't have to shake it, that's right. You want to make sure that your surface is smooth and clean and dry. No alcohol like I did in the other one. And then basically, now you don't want to brush back towards the edge, so you want to keep all your brush strokes going towards the middle. Let me get this a little bit more centered. There we go. Okay. And you're going to brush a thin coat of this on. Let me bring my bottle back over here. I don't like using the tube since I'm using a brush anyway. I like using just dipping it in the bottle. And I just realized you may not be able to see that. So you don't want to go that way or you'll get some under your stencil. I probably could have taped it down, but for this quick application, you don't really need to tape it down if you just hold it in one spot. Okay, there's that one. And basically, it has to dry. No, I want to do a smaller one down here. I'm probably going to stencil these little guys with gold. I'm not sure yet. Because I'm also going to give that brand of foil that I bought off of Amazon a second try. You don't need a thick coat. You just do it. I'm trying to see where the edge of the stencil is. So if you got a lot on your brush, you can just go over it again to pick up the excess, because you only really need a thin coat. The one thing you do want to do, since you're using a stencil, is you do want to make sure you're getting all the edges so you'll have your pattern definition. Okay, now, one thing I need to do, okay, I just put a cup over here. This has to be cleaned off. So I got a little cup with some hot soapy water in it, and that'll work while this is drying. And I also got, let me put this back on before I knock it over. It says it takes about 30 to 60 minutes for it to dry. When it dries, it's clear. When it's clear, it's tacky. And basically what I'm doing with this is I'm just cleaning off the excess around this because I don't want, can you see it? Yeah, I don't want it to harden on here, because the label says if you let it harden or let it dry and get tacky, that you have to use something called citrus. I'm not sure what that is. I don't want to have to find out, so and now I'm going to put it over here on another clean spot and do the other side. And the whole time I'm doing this, that's drying. I can pretty well see it drying. Okay, I got most of it off. I will go clean it in the sink when I'm done. Okay, now it looks tacky enough, so I thought that maybe gold would be the best, and there is some gold in this set. Now, this stuff is very lightweight, very flyaway, okay? So you don't want to breathe on it too heavy. You want to just be careful. And this is all I'm doing, is just laying it down. And oops, see, I missed a glue spot up here, because once this stuff is clear, it's hard for you to see where the glue's at. Okay, but you can pull up the little pieces that are sticking off on the side and put them down. Okay, that's one sheet. And what I do like about this product is each individual sheet comes in its own little paper folder, I guess you could call it. You want to be very, very careful. And to me, it's okay to overlap, because when you overlap, you're going to end up brushing away whatever was not on the glue. Now I'm just trying to use these little pieces, because I know the tail is right. The tail of the feather, I don't know what you would call that really, is right there. Okay. See, this is the hard part, is finding where all the glue's at after it dries. See, normally all I've ever done before is use just paint the edge and gold leaf the edge of a painting. But it actually worked out on the other piece that I posted, except it stuck in spots where there was no glue, and then when I try to get it up, of course I had the problem of it not coming up, and then I had to sand it away, but that worked, okay? I didn't get quite all the detail in those feathers that I wanted. Now see, there's no glue there, so I could pick that up and put it down here. You can pretty much see when you're patting it down where there's glue and where there isn't glue. And you got to be careful when you're patting it down. Don't pat where the glue's at, or you get the sticky stuff. Okay, that's not good. That piece didn't come off flat, it rolled up. Aha, there's a piece. Basically, all you're trying to do is you're just trying to cover all the places where you put the glue down. Okay, one more piece right here, and then, oops, grabbed too many, and then it should be done. I try to make sure with these little pieces when I pull them up that I'm covering all the edges. Now, one thing I do like to do is I go through, it's pretty tacky, so I'm not, I can't remember now how long you have to let it dry. There's no glue there. So, and you can save these little pieces. I'm going to put them back, the ones that are still flat, that don't stick to my fingers. I'm going to put them back in one of these when I'm done. Because, now, you know what, on second thought, I'm not going to go through that hassle of trying to put them in there. I am basically going to just put them in a jar so I can save them. Okay, I can see that I got all the glued areas. No, I don't. No, I don't. I feel a little tacky spot right there. See, and I do the tapping because it's easier for me. Because you want to make sure you're getting it as flat as possible too. Okay, these little guys will go into a jar. And let me see, it took 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets. So that's not bad. Okay, now what you want to do is, and this one is only just stained red. You want to brush up to get rid of the stuff where there is no glue. See, and all these pieces can go into that jar too to do something. And see, basically, I'm using a soft brush, and I'm just basically, I gotta stand up so I can see what I'm doing. Basically, I'm just brushing to get rid of the excess pieces that are not glued down. You don't want to blow them off. Because, let me see, which one was this? This was this one right here. So you can tell where you should be getting rid of it. You don't want to brush too hard because you don't know if you're brushing, if it maybe wasn't stuck too far. So, you know what? I'm going to stop the video because this is the real boring part. Because you don't want to rush this. But you want to make sure you get up all the pieces. And the ones on the outside like this that are, whoops. Guess it would help if I wasn't blocking the camera. No, I wasn't. Okay, sorry about that. The ones that you know are not supposed to be there, you can take a little small piece of some fine grit sandpaper and get it unstuck that way. Well, this is almost done. Maybe I don't have to. It's probably not best to do a design that's got really super skinny lines because it's hard to get the stuff off of those little lines. You know, these little guys right here. So basically this is what you're doing. So let me stop the tape. Let me finish this. If I have to sand any areas like this one right here, I will when I come back, I'll show you that before, because you got to put adhesive down on it, and then that's got to dry overnight. And I want to do a clear coat on this, which will be done tomorrow, because I want to, or maybe later today, I have to see. So let me stop the video. Let me take my fingers and, ooh, I'm expensive. I got gold all over my hands. No, I don't have a Midas touch. Anyway, I'll be back after I get rid of most of it. Oh, you can see it a little bit. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try to keep this short, but basically, when you see like little specks off to the side, you take a small piece. Now this is 220, and you don't want to go over where your design is at, but you want to go next to it. And then, see, like up here, I had a big piece that I know doesn't belong there. And you just want to use your sandpaper to get the gold leafing off where it doesn't belong. And if you see any little bumps like right here, you can do just a little bit, very super light rubbing to try to get rid of that bump. Because you do want to get rid of all these little bits around that you don't want. But you know what? They almost look like I don't know, little stars, I guess you could say. Okay, now, where is a cloth that has nothing on it? I do want to get rid of the dust from sanding it. So I'm just taking an old t-shirt rag. Aha, there's a piece that doesn't belong there. And you basically want to just dust it off, because you don't want any of the bits on there, because it's real important for you to use this sealer. Let me get a new brush that's well, this one will work. It's very important you use the sealer before you clear coat, because if you don't, some of your stuff is going to float to the top once you put the resin on. And let me see, this one doesn't say shake well. Okay, I forgot about this part. Ah, come on. It says to use a slightly damp brush. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in there. And now that's slightly damp. And get some sealer on it. And you want to make sure you go over the edge towards the outside of your design. And this is basically it for the gold leafing part. And then when this dries, I will do a clear coat over it. I'm not doing the edges. I want to keep the edges untouched. Okay, there we go. So I will show you what it looks like clear coated in one of my next videos, or I'll put it on Instagram, you know, wherever. And you want to make sure you even get the, you know, the little parts of the design that are sticking out. These are not perfect, but you know what? If it looks man-made, then it's not organic. Then to me it doesn't look like art, you know. Okay. Let me do one more coat on top of this one, because you want to make sure that you seal all the edges. Okay, so that's, if I remember right, this can be clean, sealer, soap and water. Okay, you can go in there. See, this is good because I don't have to go to the sink now, but I am going to take that to the sink. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you learned a little something. If you watched yesterday's video, you probably learned how not to do it. This is all sticky. I gotta go take that in the sink and really scrub it with soap and water to get that off. So, thank you for watching. I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye for now. And don't forget, I love the resin right out of you.